Just about everybody. This is where it really gets fun when we do our workshops, because when we present the secure connector, initially everyone's, oh yeah, that's me. Then when we present these other 5 styles, all of a sudden it's getting a little quieter. And then when we ask people, okay, how many of you out there identify with the avoider? And people sort of look around, does anyone raise their hand? And all of a sudden, 30 hands go up. How many relate to the pleaser? Another 50 hands go up. So, and then people look around and they realize, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people like me who respond in relationships the same way I do.
And it corresponds to that comfort question. If you weren't able to answer that comfort question in a positive response, then you will be one of the 5 problematic attachment styles. And in fact, it will walk into adulthood with you, and you will carry it into a relationship, and it will create a problem.
And it's even more fun when we start to describe the combinations. For example, what happens when an avoider marries a pleaser? What happens when a pleaser, that would be us. What happens when a pleaser marries a vacillator? And what happens is you get a very consistent, predictable core pattern. And so we describe what this pattern looks like for 6 of the most common combinations that we see in our offices all the time and that we lived out. And
people look at us and they say, do you have a hidden camera in our house? Have you been watching our home? Did you hear us talking outside in the waiting room? Because these patterns are so predictable, we can actually tell you what your marriage relationship problems are going to look like.
By identifying the 5 general categories that people often fall into, pleaser, avoider, vacillator, controller, and victim, it has become much easier to identify and help couples stuck in this destructive dance learn to relate to each other in new ways that actually help heal the wounds each received in childhood. If you're part of the 80% of the population who can't describe a memory of comfort, our book, workshops, and counseling teach you how to give and receive comfort which provides relief, which results in bonding and the healing of your attachment style. This process has been life-changing for many couples who have met with Milan and Kay, either one-on-one or who have participated in the Relationship 180 workshops.
I think the 3 most important things that I learned and we learned as a couple is the compassion that we learn to have for each other. And the second thing would be learning what attachment style you are so that you create that compassion. And I think third is learning how to be a listener and what a true listener is and what a good speaker is when you're trying to get your point across to your companion.
Milan and Kay's workshop was the best workshop that I could imagine for couples.
We've been to a bunch of these marriage seminars before, and I really wasn't excited about coming, but my wife insisted, and this one was different. We learned some things that we could do at home, and they were easy enough that I think that we will actually do them.
I was amazed. It was as though they'd been in our home for years watching us, and they knew our patterns, and we really did learn some new things.
Hi, my name is Joey O'Connor, and we recently hosted Milan and Kay at Grove Center for the Arts Marriage Retreat Weekend. We saw many couples laughing and learning together as Milan and Kay presented their unique and dynamic material. Couples really learn to understand their own story better. They learn to understand themselves. They learn to understand one another. Most importantly, they learned how to communicate and resolve differences so that they can grow in Christ together. What's wonderful about Milan and Kay is not only do they bring a strong biblical framework for the material, but they also present it in a way with wit and humor, and they tell a lot of their own story, their journey, their struggles, and the things that they've learned in their marriage.
If you would like more information on how you can obtain a copy of How We Love, or to find out more information on how you can have Milan and Kay give a Relationship 180 workshop in your area, please call 949-830-2846 or visit our website at www.relationship180.com. Thanks for taking the time to review this material, and it's our hope and desire that this new book and our Relationship 180 workshop can help you and your spouse towards a future of greater understanding and deeper love with each other.